Blog Talk Radio.
Fantasy sports and politics. You want to talk back? You in the right place. So take a step back before I get all up in your face. I know you got to live, you know I got mine. But there's like 50 other dudes holding on the phone line. Boys will be heard, sir. Next caller, please. And if I don't concur, we can agree to disagree. We talking fantasy sports and politics. Fantasy sports and politics. Fantasy sports and politics. Fantasy sports and politics.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what JT is doing. He's waxing on, waxing off. He's doing something. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Enjoying life.
So what I'm gonna need you to do, JT, is turn your phone, mute your phone.
My phone is I can't
Okay, then it's me. I will take care of you because I got the double feed. All right. So I thought you went to work. Anyway, please don't walk by the camera. I'm talking to my son. What up, Terry? So I got a message to relay to you, JT. But for those of you listening to us on blogtalkradio.com, it's me, it's FSP. Do what I do because I do it for you all day, every day. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. What do you got to say? And along with me is my boy JT ATM Money, Jerry Taylor. And today we're going to talk about our draft 3.0. 3.0. JT is going to start us off with the first pick.
Aha!
And there's some rumors that the first pick isn't going to be who we've been placing at number one.
Exactly.
But we shall see. But just to give Jerry this message from Q, my son's over here getting some ice, so probably here's some. Q says, I'm going to listen for a minute unless Jerry gets boring, LOL. Sometimes he sounds like he's taking a cat nap, hearing crickets.
No problem. No problem.
Because your analysis be like, and well, and then I was like, he does it sometimes, but no, I say he do it a lot unless you're arguing with me, trying to overtalk me. But it's okay. See, there you go.
I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose.
You did that on purpose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check it out.
I understand because I sometimes I gotta gather my thoughts and give you something concise. It is what it is. If you think I'm boring, no problem. I understand. I can't please everybody. I try to please some. Can't please everybody.
Okay, now you know what? This is my man right here. I love him, but that's a false statement. Jerry does not always speak facts.
Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. He knows it. I always speak fact. 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 Fact.
Well, the facts are.
You don't.
Dude, if you don't stop, the facts are that you are listening to and watching Fantasy Sports and Politics Saturday edition right here on blogtalkradio.com, streaming live on Facebook in both Eternal Autographs and Memorabilia and live on my page as well as on YouTube. With that being said, the jerseys are almost here. The Emmitt Smith, the Barry Sanders, the Allen Iverson, the DK Metcalf. They're almost here. They've been shipped, and I should get them soon. The next plot of persons signing: Warren Sapp, Ray Lewis, Michael Vick, Mean Joe Green, Marshall Faulk, and a slew of others. So we'll be getting some more of those items out and sent. Thanks to my folks, Monk Wells, who's heading this whole project. I thank you, Monk. I love you. Appreciate you. With that being said, If you want to call in, you can dial the number 347-637-3220. Again, that number is 347-637-3220. We'll pick you up on Blog Talk Radio, and we'll see what you got to say. If you want to jump on live and stream video with us, drop a message. Let me know on the live stream. I'll ask you for your email address. I will then go ahead and send you an invite. Let's see what you got to offer, especially Torrey, he and his Chargers. But, Jerry, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. Don't pay don't pay attention to me. I
see that.
I'm all misdirected. That's all right.
So what
I'm focused on what we got to do.
You're focused on what we got to do. All right, so give your spiel before I get ready to do this deal.
Oh, okay. Tomorrow, people. It is
No. We're not promoting tomorrow. I'm talking about why you're here today.
What the heck happened to my camera?
What?
My camera went.
I don't know where your camera went.
What the frick?
God said we don't need your face because it ain't that attractive.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
he's laughing.
He's
laughing. Yeah, I would laugh too. Hold on.
All right. Well,
camera.
Jerry figures that out. Let's play the music we always play when we're about to talk some real football. And for my folks on Blog Talk, you've heard it before, but everybody else, here you go.
Carrying the ball 20 times a game requires power and valor, not niftiness. The water bug and whippet-backs rarely survive the wail and howl of the banshee. Stacked defenses in the pro. Buck of a billy goat with a sudden surge of a sprinter. He does not move with polish or slickness. His method is not Grand Prix, but demolition derby.
All right, so JT, ATM money.
Oh, God.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Your screen is back.
Yes, I am.
I guess God said, what? Unfortunately, it doesn't work like. Okay. No, stop messing with it. Stop.
I'm trying to adjust my camera to get the best view.
There's no best view of you. There is none. Now you're showing us your chin.
Everybody.
And the horses. Every Saturday, Jerry's watching the horse races. But I have a gambling problem. Okay.
Wait a minute. It's not just
catnap time.
That's good. That was good.
Let's get to the football. There's a
difference between just watching at the pastime and spending the freaking money. Like some people I know.
If I got it, I'm gonna spend it. Money just sitting on under your mattress ain't making you no money.
It's the money, dude. It's the money bags over here.
I ain't Mr. Money Bags. I'm Mr. Investor. I'm about to buy some property in Belize. No cap for the young kids. That's what they say now. I'm about to buy some property in Belize. I'm not even joking. But anyway, let's move on. Okay. Do you want any music underneath, like lemonade, as you make your picks? Or do you want to just keep it straight and simple?
I'm a simple guy, man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Victor Goodell. The 2022-2023 NFL Mock Draft 3.0 is now open. On the clock, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
After 2 mock drafts, Mr. FSP has finally caught the hint. to properly open the draft. But I digress. Anyway, this is the deal here, people. The Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock, just exactly what he's saying. And it's me. I have the first pick.
Do I
I
have
have
to
the
put the
first
camera on?
pick. And the consensus of the pick is this. Go defense. Go defense. Go defense. But I'm not going to go defense. I'm going with Doug Peterson has been reportedly saying he's an offensive coach and he likes offense.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a franchise quarterback that he needs to protect.
All I keep saying.
So with the first pick in the 2022 NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars collect.
Collect.
Oh
my God.
They're selecting whatever. Ikem Ekwonu from North Carolina State.
Say that name again.
Ikem Ekwonu.
Icky.
Offensive lineman from North Carolina State.
So here's a question.
300.
Why him?
Why him? He's a versatile back. He can play all across the line for one. And the fact is, when it comes time for that left tackle, Cam Robinson, to say bye-bye, he can take over the left tackle role with no problem. And he is a very good offensive lineman. He's a top five pick. I'm picking the number one. And I'm going to protect my franchise quarterback.
No, listen. I am not knocking your hustle at all. I agree with you 100%. I was just wondering why you picked Icky first as opposed to a couple of others. Well, but I'm not going to knock it. I like the pick.
I think he's more versatile, whatever way you want to say it, than the other offensive tackles. I think he can, like I said, he can go. What the heck are you doing?
I am refocusing my camera.
Oh my God, you talking about me?
But I'm refocusing my camera. They can't see this on Blog Talk.
What are you doing? Oh my God.
Keep going.
I apologize, people.
But you were waxing on, waxing off. We don't
That's
know
right.
what you were doing.
I was beginning of the show, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you having a seizure.
Ekwonu.
Okay. So number two, the Detroit Lions. You're on the clock. Now, this is an easy pick, especially since Icky went number one. Already in the state of Michigan. Already a favorite of people. Already plays the way the coach wants to play. Has the lineage from his daddy. Detroit Lions select Aiden Hutchinson. Number two. Number three, your favorite team that you abandoned because you like massages more than you like the team.
You're a funny guy. You are a funny guy. Now, the Texans, who have the third pick, need a lot of help.
Hell yeah, they do.
They need a lot of freaking help. They have an abundance of needs. Talking about the edge rusher, cornerback, safety, offensive tackle, running back, wide receiver, interior offensive lineman, linebacker, tight end, cornerback, like I said before, you name it.
Is this why you quit them? And see, look what happened. God didn't like what you did. God turned your camera off just because you did that.
What?
He doesn't like the fact that you quit on your team.
Oh, come on.
But make your pick. I'm going to let my dog back in.
Anyway.
You are terrible.
With the third overall pick, the Houston Texans select Trevon Walker Trayvon Walker.
Trayvon Walker. So here's a question.
Yes, sir.
Walker has been rumored to be jumped up to the first pick. Walker only spent 1 year as a starter. He wreaked havoc, right? But I'm looking at Davis and those other cats that made it easier for him to play, right? Do you think this is one of those, he can be good or he's just not there? Because what I'm hearing is your boy Thibodeau, who you thought was going to be number 1 or number 2, you were supposed to be picking him for the Texans. Thibodeau, because they need that edge rusher. Why didn't you pick Thibodeau?
Why didn't I pick Thibodeau? What did I say last week?
I don't know.
His comparable is with Jadeveon Clowney.
Correct.
What was one hitch about Jadeveon Clowney? He takes plays off.
Yeah.
The same thing as Kayvon Thibodeau is rumored to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want that Jadeveon Clowney clone. He's good 1 minute and
hold on. Last week you were all about this kid. Now you call him a Jadeveon Clowney clone.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wow.
Last week I said he was a Jadeveon Clowney comparable. And the reason why I said I wouldn't take him if I was the Texans is because he's a Jadeveon Clowney comparable. Taking plays off.
Look at the camera when you talk. Because you looking at me on the screen. Look at the camera so people can see your eyes. All we see is the shadow, from your glasses. You might want to take your glasses off. We see the adult porn on your glasses.
It ain't you can see what's on my glasses. Come on, stop it. you consider yourself adult porn because you're the reflection on there. Hello.
If I'm the hotness.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
You think so? Anyway, I don't want that problem. I don't want to deal with that problem 2 times within the draft. This time and when Jadeveon Clowney was drafted.
So I said stuff last week.
Let me ask you something. Where's Jadeveon Clowney right now?
He's a free agent.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, look, I'm not saying that that's a bad move. What I'm saying is last week you were all about this kid being the number 1, number 2 pick. And in a week, you shifted to, I don't want that type of problem on my team, even though it's not your team anymore. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that last week. I said he was inconsistent. He had problems. Or the rumor is he's got problems of taking plays off.
It's not a rumor. His gameplay shows it.
Okay.
That's why I compared him to Adams, the strong safety in Seattle, whereas he's a good hitter. He's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen him olay a few tackles. I've seen him make business decisions, which I get because you are your own business or your own entity when you're on that football field. No one else is buying your product or selling your product for you but you, and I get it. And you have to protect your product. But this kid, I don't want him to have that stigma of being a sometimesy player because that can get to under his skin if his mental isn't right. If his mental's right, he'll take that and he'll do the work ethic of a Ray Lewis, of an Ed Reed, of all these different players that were like, well, they're good, but we've got questions about them. That's the only reason I bring it up, because I'm not picking him with the 4th overall pick with the Jets, your other team that you abandoned. You just love abandoning teams, apparently. The Jets at number 4.
Let me tell you something. You should abandon what you got on your chest.
I didn't say I shouldn't, but I didn't. Unlike you.
Let me put it this way. I'd rather move on from an abandoned team that is doing bad things versus staying with a bad team that are doing bad things.
Well, you are the jinx, so we're going to move on.
Okay.
The Jets, who let go of Jerry several years ago and are still suffering the repercussions.
Thank you.
Look at him scratching his old man gray chest. The Jets select my namesake, Sauce Gardner, with the number 4 overall pick. Now, the reason I say this is because they're in that quandary right now that we're talking about. The 2 best defensive linemen are gone, right? And I've been saying the entire time that the Jets need to worry about their secondary because their front 4 is decent. Their linebackers are decent. It's their secondary that sucks. Sauce Gardner fits the bill of what that defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, wants to do. Man press. And let his dogs go eat. And if Thibodeau takes place off in college and has that thought process most of the time, then you don't want that as your number 1 pick when you can get a lockdown number 1 corner first and possibly with your second pick get Thibodeau. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see where he goes next. But the Jets have selected Jerry's state. The New York Football Giants are next on the clock.
New York Football Giants, a porous offensive line has been what the talk is about with the Giants and for years. And there's a lot of frustration with Giant fans to get somebody on the offensive line that's noteworthy. I think this guy from, if I'm not mistaken, from Alabama should fit the bill. Should have
Okay, what's this guy from Alabama name?
Evan O'Neal.
Evan O'Neal
is the pick for the New York Football Giants offensive lineman and just one piece in the offensive line to run protect for Saquon Barkley if he's still there, if he's still on the team, and for their quarterback, Daniel Jones.
So you don't think Evans is a good fit?
No, I think he's a good fit. Absolutely. I never said he wasn't.
So why wouldn't you pick Evans over O'Neal?
Evan O'Neal is the pick. He's an offensive lineman. Evan O'Neal.
I'm thinking he was the last name. My bad. All right. With the number 6 pick, listen. There's been a lot of talk. Will it be Kenny Pickett? Will it be Malik? Will it be an offensive lineman? Will it be a defensive lineman? Will it be a cornerback? Stephon Gilmore just signed with the Indianapolis Colts. He's not coming back to North Carolina. And Matt Rule's job is on the line, if I'm not mistaken.
I would think so, yeah.
So here's the question. If they allow him to draft a quarterback, how long do they keep him around before they say that didn't work? Or do you say, okay, we're not going to draft a quarterback because we got to see what you're going to do. And I'll let next year's coach draft a quarterback with a better prospect coming out of college. That's the question. And I found myself thinking with the current situation as Malik Willis getting talked to by Detroit this week, right? That was just a diversion. They're not picking Malik at number 2. That's to get the Lions some people to play with if they decide to drop back in the draft. That's to get the Carolina Panthers to grab him or to grab Pickett. And the Panthers are going to panther. The Panthers are going to panther. Malik Willis is a younger version of Cam Newton. So guess what, Carolina? You're getting Malik Willis with that pick. Willis at number 6.
Really? I'm just asking the question. I'm not disputing.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Shoot the pick. With the head coach, possibly I'm sure he's no dummy, realizing that his job is on the line, and there's a possibility that he may not be there next year, and the new head coach, whoever it may be, may not want Malik Willis as a quarterback because he wasn't in the regime that picked him. You're going to pick Malik Willis this year.
Yeah.
With a need on the offensive line, which could hinder what any quarterback is able to do.
Well, let's do this.
I'm just
I feel what you're saying.
I'm just asking questions.
I know, and I'm about to answer that question. And I'm going to answer that question this way.
These are the Cowboy Scouts.
I say this. You have Sam Darnold under contract for 1 year, right?
Okay.
1 year. You're going to pay him $18 million anyway, right?
Yep.
You're paying Sam Darnold $18 million.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get Malik Willis in the building 1 year and start to groom him, right? If he starts to look better than Sam, which I don't think he will, or Pickett, right? But if I get Malik Willis in the building for at least a year,
mm-hmm.
he learns the system, he'll be better off starting next year. And I don't have to worry about franchising Sam Darnold. I don't have to pay Sam Darnold. I don't have to do anything else with Sam Darnold because I've used Sam Darnold. And I've already got his backup plan in place. And I agree, they do need to fix that offensive line. They do. But I think they're going to go with Willis over Pickett because Willis gives them that double dynamic. He's got a lot of mechanics he's got to work on, but he gives them that double dynamic. That's why I go with Willis. All right, you're number 7, back with your New York Football Giants.
Okay. With the 7th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Giants select Derek Stinley, Jr., LSU cornerback.
And if you notice, your boy is falling.
What's that?
Your boy Thibodeau's falling.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you get Thibodeau on this side at number 7?
What can I tell you, man?
I'm asking.
What can I tell you? I just a simple reason what I'm saying here. I think he's going to land in its particular spot, and when we get there, I'll let you know because it's going to be. It's going to be.
I'll let you know.
No,
I'll let you know.
It's going to be in my spot unless you take him before I do.
I am, but let me do this. Let me do this. Q says, "Wow, wake up, Jerry." It did take you a minute to get that out. It took you a minute to get that out. Who did you even pick again?
What?
Who did you even pick again?
You're picking.
No, who did you just pick at number 7?
Derek Stingley.
Okay.
That's
Stingley
what I just said.
Jr.
Yeah.
I got it. But it took you a minute to say it. That's what Q was saying. Saying, wow, wake up, Jerry. All right. At number 8, I think this kid stops falling here because this team has a lot of needs, right? The biggest need, you could say it's wide receiver, but I don't think it's wide receiver. Just messed up my focus. My wife. Okay. All right. Just playing with light sources.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
No,
come on.
My wife messing up the broadcast.
Come on, man.
I was blown out. All right. Anyway.
Oh, God.
At number 8, this team, the Falcons, they lost their starting wide receiver for the year for a bet. They've sent Matt Ryan to the Colts, got Mariota. They need a lot of help. So here's what I'm going to say. They're either going to trade back, and trade his pick to somebody, or they're going to get Mr. Thibodeau as an edge rusher. Here's the thing. I think it's another Vic Beasley. Just like Vic Beasley came out of Clemson and was this great guy who had a good motor, they have the same problem. They take plays off. Whether it's Thomas Dimitroff or whoever the current, general manager is in Atlanta, I think they're going to take a chance on Thibodeau and give up on a decent receiver that could, come in and replace Gage, replace Ridley, replace all those guys. Pitts needs help, but there are plenty of receivers in this draft. That's why they go defensive end, edge rusher here. Thibodeau, number 8.
Oh, wow. Really? That's a surprise. That's a surprise to me. I would not thought that you would have taken that in a team that needs wide receivers in the worst way.
Well, that's why I said his slide stops, because it's both teams, they need everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They need everything. And with the number of wide receivers that are in this draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can pick one up decently in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go with the edge rusher because you're not going to have that many of those. Thibodeau is effective. You just got to coach it into him to keep his engine going. You can coach it into him, but you can't find a dominant edge rusher.
Well, you can't coach a motor.
No, you can't, but you can massage it, you can oil it, you can grease it, you can give it as much tender loving care as you can. But I feel what you're saying.
You can't coach a motor. And if he ain't got that motor, you can try to push him as much as you want. And most guys that have a trouble with a motor, when you try to push them, they'll revert. They'll go they'll go inside instead of trying to push themselves.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I was just saying this earlier, that hopefully it clicks in his head that this is the stigma he has, right? And if this is the stigma he has, what does he do to get rid of that stigma? Does he find it in himself to push harder, and do the training and get involved a lot more, like Ray and the rest of those guys? Hopefully he does. We'll see. But you are up at number 9. Hold on. Tori has a question or a comment. He says, when you need everything, you've got to take the best available player overall. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I think Tori Thibodeau, I believe, is the best remaining player overall. All right, number 9, you're up, JT. Oh, look at here. It's them Seattle Seahawks at number 9.
At number 9, the Seattle Seahawks have a few needs. And you may not think this is one of the needs, but I'm taking the best player available. And it's probably a team that projected to pick this player, but because of the circumstances within the first 8 picks, I got to take him at 9. I'm picking Kyle Hamilton, safety, Notre Dame.
Ooh, that's a little high. That's a little high for Hamilton, but I think you're on to something, because if they're going with Drew Lock, they just signed Geno to a 1-year deal to be the backup.
Mm-hmm.
They got Noah Fant at tight end. Tyler Lockett has not been traded, right? But DK Metcalf is there. They're going to go defense. I wouldn't have went safety, but I can understand that. I probably went with this player. I'm going to go ahead and get – hold on. You went Hamilton, right? Hamilton, number 10. At number 11, looky, I got the cookie. The Jerry Jets. The Jerry Jets. Look, man. I know the Jets need help. You already took Stinley. Something told me to get McDuffie, so they have bookend corners. But then I said, no. Get a monster in the middle. Why? Because Mosley, last year was the first time Mosley played a whole season for the Jets since he's been with the Jets. He missed a couple games, I believe, but he normally the last couple years has missed double-digit games. But this pick for the Jets is a killer. I'm talking about Lloyd. First name Devin, last name Lloyd, out of Utah. I told you that this kid was the best linebacker in the draft. And he is. So, JT, you're up at pick 12. You got anything to say about your Jets picking up Lloyd?
I can't believe you took Lloyd that early. I don't think he's that high pick, but I'll go along with it. It's fine.
Well, the reason why is because best value on that board is him, right? You took the safety, which is cool. I have no problem with that because that was where I was going to go. And I had to adjust since you took the safety. Hamilton was a – what are you doing?
Turn around.
Stop waving at my wife. You should not be walking past anyway. You see the disrespect? First, you turn the light on. 2 different lights. You see her walk in the background in the middle of a live broadcast. I'm up here doing a mock board yesterday. She's in her office. Eddie Murphying it up. And I'm doing a mock board with my soldiers that's overseas. But she want to talk about me, talking about, well, I'm at work. Is that the way you act at work?
Yeah, why not? You can't laugh at work? You can't laugh at work?
Shut up, Jerry. Continue. You got number 12.
No, I don't have a number 12. I had number 11.
No, I had number 11.
No, you had the Jets. What's your number 10? Hello?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right, because I made Hamilton. I had the wrong one. My bad.
Hello? Wake up. Hello?
Are you – okay, Catnap.
Wake up. Wake up.
The Jerry Catnap. Let's go.
Focus.
All right, pick for my Washington football team.
Okay. I can't believe this guy just fell into your lap. Is he the number 1 wide receiver or is he the number 2?
That's a good.
Is he the number 1 wide receiver or is he the number 2? I'm trying to think. I can't believe this wide receiver that has fallen this far. Or do I go on to the West Coast and pick up that one? That's my dilemma.
You're giving him a wide receiver. That's basically what you're saying.
I'm giving you a wide receiver, but do I go to the Big Ten or do I go out west to the Pac-12? Where do I go? So many decisions, so many thoughts I have in my mind about if I want to take Drake London, wide receiver from USC, a Mike Williams, Mike Evans type of wide receiver, or do I want to take the water bug, 6 foot, and not even 200 pounds, Garrett Wilson. I'm going with the big wide receiver because I'm going with the big wide receiver. You know why? Because the quarterback you have is not an accurate quarterback. And you need a wide receiver that's got a wide wingspan to grab the kind of passes that Carson Wentz is going to throw. So with the 11th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I'm going to take Drake London, wide receiver from USC.
So here's what I'm going to tell you about that. So Drake London had his pro day yesterday, right?
He didn't run. I know that. He didn't run.
Half of the NFL was there. I believe Washington was there.
Okay.
They're going to go get Garrett if Garrett's there. This is just me.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because he would be the number 2 guy, right? Both of them will be number 2 to Terry McLaurin. Let's get that straight. Terry McLaurin is the number 1 in Washington. The reason why you don't go get London, even though he's cleared to play and he'll be ready to do whatever, if you look at the team, Cam Sims is that tall, big dude.
Who?
Cameron Sims. He's that tall, big dude, and he's proven that he deserves to be on the team and be that big guy. Terry isn't small either. But the best overall wide receiver in the draft is Garrett. That's just me being honest. Both of them had an injury, right? But I'm looking at Curtis Samuel probably being gone after a year or two, right? You've got, what's my man? Oh, geez. I've got the other guy that Washington signed along with Sims and a few other people last year. But Humphrey is gone. I think you have to get that speed guy that can catch the ball from anywhere on the field to pair him up with Terry. You have to. But that's neither here nor there because that's the pick you made. At number, let me see, number 11. Wait, I don't know. I'm putting the name down. You picked London, 11. At number 12, I once had a math teacher in the 8th grade who was also the karate instructor. Cool Jamaican dude. Had the salt and pepper beard, hair looking like Danny Glover, but smaller and skinnier. He was a beast. And the Minnesota Vikings need that type of beast. That teacher's name was Mr. McDuffie. With the 12th pick, the Minnesota Vikings pick McDuffie. Trent McDuffie. Hey, Q said something about Anderson. I don't know who Anderson is, if he's saying Anderson is the best receiver in the draft or not. But Q, I disagree. I think that Garrett Wilson is the best receiver in the draft. But anyway, Minnesota.
You're taking Trent McDuffie.
I'm taking Trent McDuffie,
wow.
number 12.
Wow. Okay, you just gave me. You gave the Texans.
Oh yeah, because you left the Texans. You abandoned them.
A great option here. Whether I want an edge rusher or a defensive lineman at the 13th pick. With the 13th pick in the
catnap time.
In the 2022 NFL Draft, I'm going to take this edge rusher from Florida State, Jermaine Johnson.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Jermaine Johnson should not fall this far.
I know that. That's why I couldn't understand why you didn't take him.
Well, the difference was between giving Jermaine Johnson to the Falcons or Thibodeau. I think Jermaine Johnson, he needs more of a supporting cast. Please turn the fan on if it's going to have that fire that high. And please let him out. I don't know how he got locked in. My wife. Anyway.
What's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with your wife.
Shut up, boy.
It's you.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's
anyway.
you. It's you.
It's you. It's you. It's you.
Right. It's you.
Shut up.
That's right.
Jermaine Johnson.
God bless her. I don't know how she does it.
I don't know how she does anything with you. I know I have a smaller one, but I don't know where it went.
All right, man. We're focused.
So number 13. I know you ain't talking, Mr. Wax on Rock.
Focus.
Number 14. Number 14. This is another gift for the Baltimore Ravens, who need secondary help. Now, 3 corners have gone, but this 4th corner is pretty daggone good. He's not a bad kid. I think he's somebody that everybody can agree on is a decent corner. And I'm talking about Booth. Booth out of Clemson goes to the Baltimore Ravens.
Man, you've taken guys that either belong in the 2nd round or further down in the 1st round.
No.
But it is what it is.
No.
You take that guy. Well, no problem. No problem. I understand. Let's move on to what I have. The
15th pick, you've got the Philadelphia Eagles.
14th pick.
I just did the 14th with Baltimore.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Pay attention. Pay attention. Yeah. Pay attention.
So I can't believe. Now, I could have taken him at when I had the Washington Commanders up on the clock, but I didn't take him. And he's fallen all the way down to the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's a good pick.
And do I want 2 small wide receivers on the Philadelphia Eagles? 6 feet, 100 something pounds, 180 pounds, whatever, not even 200 pounds. And Devontae Smith. Am I keeping you asleep? I mean, are you going to sleep?
I'm just saying, just like
I'm thinking out loud here. Do I want 2 water bug type of wide receivers for Jalen Hurts, or do I want
you already gave the biggest receiver to Washington, so everybody else isn't his size except for one kid. There are actually 1 or 2 kids that are about
this one kid, I think I'd rather take. And I can't believe this guy's going to fall, but he's going to fall, in my opinion. I'm taking Jameson Williams, wide receiver from Alabama.
You didn't even pick Garrett? Wow. Okay. Hey, your pick, Williams, 15. Well, they got back-to-back picks, and Philly needs some help. They're not going to get another receiver. They're not going back-to-back receivers. In fact, I think they might trade out of this position to pick up additional picks. But if they don't, I see them going defensively. And when they go defensively, the best linebacker's gone. The best safety's gone, which I would have given them. I would have given them Hamilton, but he went early, like real early.
I'm out for a minute.
Excuse me?
Who do you think is picking next?
Who am I thinking of picking next?
Who do you think? What team do you think is picking next?
What, number 17?
We're at number 16.
I know. I'm number 6. Listen, I know who's picking at 17, but I said at number 16. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking you're thinking the same team that I picked is picking next. You said back-to-back picks at one point.
I know Philly has 15 and 16. What are you talking about?
No, they don't. No, they don't. The New Orleans Saints have 16. The Philly has 18.
My bad. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. That changes my pick then. It really does. So this guy, since he didn't go to Detroit, I have him going now to New Orleans. Now, New Orleans needs an offensive lineman.
Yep.
They really do. And they moved up in the draft to pick whoever this person is.
They need a wide receiver too.
I don't know about that. But they need to replace the safety in Jenkins. They're going to replace their left tackle. So I'm going to have to go left tackle here.
Oh my God.
Trevor Penning, Northern Iowa. The reason why I say that is because this is a need pick.
Where are you going with that?
Trevor Penning. He's from Northwestern.
Oh my, really?
Yeah. The reason why
Wow.
is because of a need. Not because it's the best player on the board, because he's not. But he's the next best offensive lineman, specifically offensive tackle on the board. So that's why I go with Penning, number 16. You're up, number 17 with the Chargers.
Wow. Well, the Chargers. Wow. I mean, you threw me off with that one, man. That I would have never gone with that. That guy is always a second round pick to me. But you're picking the Chargers.
Well, the other guy who I wanted to pick was Cross, but you don't know if he's an offensive tackle or if he's a guard. That's the thing. Is he inside or is he outside? And right now, the Saints need a tackle. They don't need somebody that's going to bump inside. They need somebody that's going to stay outside. So I like Cross. I just think he's going to probably be pushed inside. But it's your pick.
Wow. I can't let this keep falling further because I don't think Garrett Wilson, even though it's the Chargers and the Chargers secondary need is wide receiver. Their primary is an offensive tackle, an interior defensive lineman, linebacker, or edge rusher. They got Khalil Mack. They got Bosa.
They got old.
Yeah, but I think they need a wide receiver. And there's a wide receiver sitting out there that hasn't been picked by anybody.
Because you didn't pick him when you should have, but that's okay.
But I'm going to pick him when I should have right now. I guarantee it. Now, the rich get richer. They got wide receivers now. And this is can be a very good slot wide receiver in Garrett Wilson. And now that's who I'm taking, Garrett Wilson.
I mean, I'm not going to fight the pick, but I think you should have at least gone with Cross, only because he has the potential to stay outside, and if he doesn't work out, he can move inside. But because this is your big money man, Well,
I would have thought you had taken him in New Orleans. That's why I was surprised that you took.
Well, I had to get a surefire left tackle. Penning is a surefire left tackle. He's not a maybe left tackle. What I need right now is for my dogs to stop looking at each other like they want to fight each other.
They probably are.
I know that. That's why I said I need them to stop. But Chewbacca's right here. And Stud is looking at him like he's going to eat him. Okay, at number 18, the Philadelphia Eagles. At number 18.
Yeah.
This is who I was going to pick for Philadelphia at number 16 because I believe that this kid is worth it. From this neck of woods, dude is pretty freaking good. At number 18, The Philadelphia Eagles pick Kyler Gordon, cornerback.
Really?
Yep. Go
Okay.
ahead, number 19.
Okay. And number 19. I'm taking another wide receiver because this team needs another wide receiver. It's New Orleans Saints. And I got a choice of 2 wide receivers. I got a choice of 2 wide receivers. Do I take Ohio State or do I take Arkansas? I'm going with Ohio State. Chris Olave goes to the New Orleans Saints with the 19th pick.
Listen, Olave is a good pick, but they don't need Olave.
Sure they do. Absolutely need it. Absolutely.
I disagree, but again, this is your pick.
Mm-hmm.
I totally disagree with you on that, especially when you don't have the right quarterback for that team. I sincerely think that that's not a good pick.
Well, let me ask you something. Here.
Okay.
Is Olave a big play wide receiver?
He's a one-trick pony right now, wide receiver. Yes.
Is he a big play wide receiver? That's my basic question.
Yes. You got Traquan Smith. You also got what's my man name? Old boy that started out in the preseason. No. Michael Thomas is coming back, but he's not the big play guy. Okay. Talking about the kid that started out last summer. Everybody started drafting him, but didn't do anything.
Okay.
Right? So he can go deep too. When Mike Thomas returns this year, which he said to do, and he's supposed to be in really good position, Traquan and all those other guys are going to get those deep shots. You don't need to replace the young talent you already have with even younger talent that does the same thing.
Mike Thomas is a short wide receiver. Meaning he's a short play wide receiver.
I know that.
All the
but
time.
Traquan is not, and neither is I can't remember this kid's name to save my life. But hey, again, it is your pick.
Okay.
At number 20, listen. The daggone what do you call these people?
Come on now. Get it out.
The Steelers, last year they didn't have to move for Najee Harris to fall to them. And I told you he was the better running back. This year, they ain't got to move for Kenny Pickett.
Wait a minute.
Kenny Pickett.
Who's the better running back?
Najee. But Kenny Pickett.
Oh, he ain't. But okay.
Falls, yes, he is, to the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 20. Didn't have to lift a finger. Just let him fall on down. Go ahead, Mr. 21.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. Catnap time.
Ain't no catnap time. I got it. No big deal. At 21, the New England Patriots, who are in need of a safety, go to Michigan. Daxton Hill is the pick for the New England Patriots at number 21.
Now, that's a second rounder. That is a major second rounder. But, hey, I'm going to let you do you because you do you. All right. At 22, listen. I'm looking at the camera when I say this. Hold on. At 21, you picked who?
Daxton Hill.
Hill, 21. The last time the Green Bay Packers picked a receiver in the first round, it was Javon Walker. How long ago was that?
That was a hell of a long time ago.
Exactly. Exactly. So what they're going to do is they're going to get this kid who might not be the best route runner, might not be the biggest kid, but his hands are like glue. Like glue. From the University of Pennsylvania, the Green Bay Packers pick Mr. Dotson. What are you doing that for? What are you doing that
Well,
for?
for the simple reason you can pick a wide receiver that hasn't been picked yet, that is a beast. Is a beast. I think he's 6'2", 6'3", 225 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I had a choice.
Out of North Dakota?
No, out of Arkansas.
Oh, that kid.
Treylon Burks.
I got you.
It's your pick. You want to pick?
The reason why we didn't go big is because we need hands. Hands.
You don't think Treylon Burks have hands?
I didn't say he doesn't have hands. What I'm saying is when you let Devontae Adams go and he's yours, and the other receiver who's the number 2, Scantling, I'm not looking for size more so as I'm looking for somebody that has consistent hands. Kid from Arkansas is good. Hands not that consistent, bro. That's all. Go ahead.
The reason I'm going to ask you this question is, what size was of Devontae Adams?
What his height?
Yeah.
Devontae's like 6'1", I believe. 6'1", 6'2".
6'2".
Okay.
Marcus Valdez-Scantling. How tall was he?
I get where you're going with this.
Because the fact is, these are 6-foot-plus wide receivers. And you're going to give Aaron Rodgers a 5'11", 170-something pound water bug?
Hold on. Wasn't there a problem as to why, Aaron Rodgers didn't come back and they had to get Randall Cobb back? How tall is Randall Cobb? Oh.
But
Randall Cobb had the hands.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. But the reason why I mentioned Devontae and then Marquez Valdez-Scantling, because those 2 wide receivers are 1 and 2. And those are the primary and secondary receivers, which are the taller of the other wide receivers on that Packers squad. So that's telling me Aaron Rodgers loves taller wide receivers. He's going to go to a taller wide receiver versus a little water bug that's 5'11", and that's how heavy he is. You're spitting. That's how heavy he is. Come on, man.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. However, that's not what they're going to do.
That's how big he is. The comma. That's how big he is. Come on, man.
Look.
Come on.
23.
Aaron Rodgers likes big wide receivers. He likes taller
You
wide
are
receivers.
at number 23. Pick your poison.
I'm going with an edge rusher. This Dallas. Dallas needs an edge
Dallas
rusher.
is not 23.
I'm sorry. I'm going with an offensive lineman. I'm sorry. Arizona. Now, in some circles, it says that this is where the first running back is going to go with Arizona. In some circles, but not in this circle. Not in this circle. I think Arizona is probably going to go second, third round to get their running back behind James Conner. But they need to protect your temperamental quarterback.
Here we go.
They need to protect your temperamental quarterback.
You are just as crusty as this.
I am not going to play unless I get my.
This is Jerry.
I'm going to take my ball.
A messed up,
Kyler Murray.
Decrepit.
I'm going to take my ball and go.
Bitter.
Nobody bitter. I'm going to take my ball and go home, Kyler Murray. His agent took his.
This is a mock draft. This has nothing to do with Kyler.
His agent took
this is why I did not want
contract offer off. Come on, man. Come on.
You can talk about this tomorrow. We're talking about right now.
If you're not on, and I'm going to tell you straight up.
I know you are.
If you are not on, or if you are on, I'm going to be all over you. I'm going. You
pick number 23.
You either hear it with your ears, or you know that it's going to be up and live about the quarterback, because somebody doesn't have the.
Can you please go to number 23?
Doesn't have the kahunas to talk about quarterbacks, but that's okay. I'm
This
taking
dude.
Tyler Lindenbaum, Iowa Junior, offensive lineman.
Okay, I can see that. However, they need more help on the defensive line than the offensive line. I'll be honest with you. And Davis just sitting there out of Georgia, that would have been the pick for me.
Well,
Because you just picked
let me
who
tell you.
Dallas was going to get,
Let me
which is fine.
let me
I
tell
have
you.
no problem with that.
Let me tell you why I picked.
Wait. Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean, because you're obviously you're disputing it, which is fine.
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is this: to prevent your water bug of a quarterback from running more than he should, you get an offensive line to protect him so he can sit in the pocket and throw the ball down the field like his job description is.
He does throw the ball down the field, but we're not gonna talk about that because we understand how bitter you are. And you pick Linderbaum.
You
right?
know, let me.
Wait. No. We're on 24.
Let me end it.
24. No.
Either you
Pick
hear it
number
now
24.
or you want to hear it at the end of the show, because the fact is,
I'm gonna hurt you,
I'm
Jerry.
talking about.
Jerry, I'm going to mute you. Can I finish what I'm doing? Thank you. All right.
I'm going to get it in.
So because you let this guy go, I would think you would have gotten this guy for freaking Dallas instead of a center. I wouldn't have got a center for Dallas. I would have got a left tackle. And the best left tackle left out there that can play two different positions, we already talked about it, but you passed him up, was Charles Cross. So with the 24th pick, I'm giving Charles Cross to the Dallas Cowboys, which is a gem of a steal for Jerry Jones, because he got somebody who can either play inside or outside. Plain and simple. You're up at number 25.
At number
Mr. Ooh, I'm gonna get him a center. He doesn't need a center, dude.
At number 25, the Buffalo Bills select from the University of Florida, Care Elam, cornerback.
I don't think I like that pick.
Okay.
He's a second rounder. And
Okay.
I don't think that Buffalo's going to go corner with that pick.
Okay.
They've been going defense, yes, the past draft. But I think, honestly, this is where you might really see that first big running back off the board. I really think so, because they're looking for a bruiser. And your boy from Iowa State would work perfectly for them. Or my man Walker from Michigan State will work perfectly for them, because that's what they're looking for. But it is your pick, and I'm not going to go against it.
You just did, but okay. No problem.
No, I just said I don't think it's the right pick.
Their primary need is a cornerback or a wide receiver. That's a secondary need for them.
No.
Is a running back.
They got 3 running backs, which means they have no running back. That's a Jerry-ism. Sound familiar? Yeah. All right. Moving on. Pick 26, which is the Tennessee Titans. Now look, I'm gonna tell you. Oh, Dad, I didn't put who'd you pick at number 25? I'm a bit dogging you out about it. I didn't put it down. Who'd you pick at 25?
At number 25, I picked who the heck did I pick?
You don't even know. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why.
Care Elam, cornerback.
Elam. 25. At 26, the Tennessee Titans, they have a good offensive line for sure. But I think they're going to bolster that offensive line. I think you want to always stack your players. Now, this was the issue I had. I don't think Zion Johnson was picked. I'm going to just tell you, between Zion Johnson and Kenyon Green are the 2 players I'm considering for Tennessee. right? Green is somebody that plays 2 and a little bit past the whistle. Okay, 2 and a little bit past. That fits perfectly in that mean, aggressive, run first offense. Johnson, okay, he's a very good blocker, but he's more of a pass blocker than he is a run blocker. He can help, very good at it, but that's not his forte. So with that being the case, I'm going to give the Tennessee Titans Kenyon Green.
Okay. On the 27th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You just made my pick for me. Zion Johnson is a very good pass blocker, just like you said. Not too good at running, pass blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And what do the the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have in the quarterback? Tom Brady, who's a stationary quarterback that needs pass protection. So this is a no-brainer to me. With the 27th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Zion Johnson.
Okay. And the fact that one of their guards just retired out of the blue. So that's a very good fit and need. Now, this guy has slipped, but he's not going to slip anymore. And Green Bay's not getting 2 wide receivers in the first round. That's not going to happen. This guy's a run stopper. He's right up the middle. And I like him going to Green Bay, even though it's cold up there. But it reminds me of Grady Jackson. You remember Grave Digger and all that other stuff? B.J. Raji. Mr. Davis out of Georgia goes to Green Bay at 28.
Now, this player in number 29 is Kansas City, and they need defensive line help. And I'm going to bring it to them. Straight out of Minnesota, 6'4", 265 pounds of pure monster. Boy Mafe, defensive lineman.
Now, isn't he the one that tore his
Achilles?
Yeah, Achilles during the
okay. And your point is? Okay.
Well, I was saying that he probably wouldn't be 29. He'd probably go with they got 2 picks. Kansas City has 2 picks.
2 back-to-back picks.
Yes. So, well, all right. I mean, I see where you're going with that. I really do. But I wouldn't have did that. But again, this is your pick. Number 30.
You can't screw this pick up, man. You cannot screw this pick up. Please don't screw this pick up. Please don't. You got 2 choices here. 2 defined choices.
I already know who I'm a pick. I already know who I'm a pick.
Don't screw it up.
I already know who I'm a pick.
Talk to me.
So I ain't worried about you.
Okay, go ahead.
And she over there laughing about all that damn noise. Andy Reid loves speed. He don't care how tall you are. He loves speed. And this kid has speed and height and good hands. And yes, they're going to get a receiver. That's why I thought you were going to get a receiver first.
Okay.
But you didn't.
We're halfway there. Talk to me.
This kid has range, glue on his hands, but he's coming from a D2 school. And that's only knock everybody wants to see on him.
Come on, man. Come on.
Only knock people have on him.
You're on third base. Let's go for home. Let's go for home.
Something wrong with you.
No, it ain't.
But in the honor of Passover, since Easter is this Sunday, Christian Watson is picked by the Kansas City Chiefs.
I couldn't agree with you more. I cannot agree with you more. I'm glad you came around. You came around. And
Wait. Who'd you pick at 30?
You picked at 30. Christian
No.
Watson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who'd you pick at 29?
Boye Mafe.
Amafe. Yeah.
Not Amafe. Mafe. M-A-F-E.
All right, at 31.
At 31. I'm surprised this kid's still sitting there. And you can't have too many offensive linemen. You cannot have too many offensive linemen. And this is the 28th pick. They did well in getting offensive linemen in the offseason. Talking about Cincinnati. But
They're not getting another offensive lineman, dude.
Bernard Raymond, offensive lineman out of Central Michigan.
They are not getting off. Okay. All right. All right. I'm only here so I don't get fined. All right. That's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Just put it out there. But with the 32nd pick, the Detroit Lions.
Come on. Let me hear it.
So I'm going to set it up this way. In the beginning, no one, including myself, would have predicted 3 quarterbacks going in the first round.
I picked this kid last week.
However, with Willis going at number 6, Pickett going at number 20, I think this kid has a really good future under the right coach and circumstances. He'll be sitting behind a quarterback that has gone to the Super Bowl for a year at least while he works on his mechanics. I was hoping Washington would get him in the second round, but I don't think he's going to last to the second round. I think Detroit picks up Desmond Ridder with the 32nd pick in this year's draft. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our draft in the first round, 3.0. So from the first one, where we didn't have any quarterbacks going, except for one, to the second one, where we didn't have any quarterbacks, to the third one, we have 3 quarterbacks. All the crinkling. She just loves making noise in the background, bro. We look at it and say, what changed? What has changed, Jerry? What do you think has changed in the NFL landscape that the rumor is 5 quarterbacks are going to go in the first round? The rumor is that as early as the second pick, possibly, because Detroit drops down out of the second pick and gives it to somebody that wants to get a quarterback, which I think is a mistake, to us putting 3 quarterbacks in the draft.
Well, the simple reason is this. People love the quarterbacks. Quarterback-needy teams are going to take a leap of faith to get a so-called weak quarterback draft because they need quarterbacks and think they can get this quarterback, even though he may be considered a second or third round pick. These quarterbacks, and they're going to reach to get them because they're quarterback needy teams. And like I've been saying all along, if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have nothing. You gotta have a quarterback that can make plays when everything else breaks down around him. If you don't have that, then you're not going anywhere. You can get into the playoffs. You can limp into the playoffs, but playoffs is what makes a quarterback a franchise quarterback.
True.
Being in the playoffs under pressure and knowing that whatever play has to be made, that's your quarterback is going to do it to win the game. and a lot of most playoff games, regardless if it's the first round, second, third, are going to be relatively close and going to have to quarterback going to have to make a play or two or more to get their team over the hump. We've seen that in the last season. So teams are going to push themselves. I wouldn't say kicking and screaming, but they're going to push themselves to get a quarterback who they think is going to be a franchise, who they're going to put their future in. Whether it's Malik Willis this year, Desmond Ridder in the later part of the round, or Kenny Pickett, wherever he goes. They're going to take those quarterbacks. In my opinion, I think you're going to get better value, not from the first three quarterbacks, but quarterbacks that are picked in the second, third, and maybe even fourth round in Matt Corral, Sam Howell, just to name a few. Because I think they are, I wouldn't say more sound, but they're more grounded, and I think they're going to have more of a chip on their shoulder because they didn't go in the first round.
Yeah. I think Strong is one of those guys.
Yeah.
Strong needs a lot of work, but
yes,
I think he's one of those guys.
So, but it is what it is. You know, it said in the beginning, it said it was a weak quarterback class. Most of these quarterbacks are going to go in the second or third round. Well, as we get closer and closer to the draft, obviously we picked three quarterbacks in the first round. And we're not the only ones that are picking quarterbacks in the first round. When in the beginning, January, February, talking about those players are going to go in the second round. Quarterback needy teams are going to push the envelope to get their quarterback and make sure somebody else doesn't get their quarterback. And they say we could have, should have, would have.
Well, Matt Rule's in a situation where if he gets a quarterback and it doesn't pan out because he still has Darnold and he has to start Darnold, $18 million says I'm going to start Darnold over somebody that we already know is a project, right?
Well, let me put it this way: you don't know that. You don't know. Okay. Look at what happened, and I know he got picked in the third round. Look what happened in Seattle when they signed a quarterback for $10 million plus or whatever it was, projecting him as the first as the starting quarterback, and the third rounder named Russell Wilson took the job away from him.
Well, with that, that's a good point, but something was said about that too, and it exposed a lot of the bias that the NFL has. John Gruden, even when he was going through his apparent emails crap, he said if Russell Wilson was 2 inches taller, he would have been the number one overall pick. All they had to do was be 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2". He's like 5'11", 5'10".
Right.
So that was a knock on him, and he played in a system. When he left North Carolina State because the coach wouldn't let him throw the ball, he went to Wisconsin, where all they did was run the ball, but he was seen on a bigger stage. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. He was seen on a bigger stage and what he could do in the Big Ten. And you're right. You're right. Some of these second and third rounders can come in and not be a project. But with that being the case, or being said, we don't know if that's the case. I believe Willis is a project. Deep rocket of an arm. Well, how many times are you going to say that the quarterback has a very good deep throwing ball? But you're going to say like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning were precision passers. To me, that says you're saying that kid can't throw a precision pass. Which, looking at the combine, Willis has a beautiful arm, but on those out routes, those curl routes, which are the basic bread and butter of offenses, they were high and hard every time.
That has to do with footwork.
I get it, but he also wants to throw it like he's playing baseball. But Bill Polian said something the other day. He said he'll get by on his legs for a couple of years. right? Will he be a Lamar Jackson? Well, he didn't say this part. Will he be a Lamar Jackson, a Michael Vick, a Cam Newton, or Deshaun Watson? Oh, Q says this. I'm going to disagree with Q. Q says he's another Jamarcus Russell.
No,
I don't agree with that.
He's got a big work ethic.
Yeah. I think his work ethic is a little better than that, Q.
Yeah.
I think he's but to Q's point, he was interviewed on Moving the Chains by Pat Miller and your boy Kerwin, former New York Jets GM. I like Pat Kerwin. I wouldn't mind working with him. But he admitted the reason why he couldn't stay at Auburn and he didn't get any offers was because of his work ethic. So Jim Miller asked, okay, so when did you discover that it was your work ethic? Well, I was backing up whoever the quarterback in Auburn was, and I thought I was just going to walk in and do the job. Didn't work. Didn't get any offers. Not even from his high school coach, who was now a QB coach on a college team. He went to Liberty and discovered that he had to study more and put his head in the books to understand more. So to Q's point, that was his demeanor then. 1 year at Liberty doesn't change everything, but it gave him the platform he needed to be considered one of the top quarterbacks coming out in this draft. He needs a quarterback coach that is going to give him the tools to succeed. That's the bottom line. If he doesn't have that, he's not going to succeed. He needs to learn. He doesn't need to be thrown in there. And that's why I said that Matt Rule has a problem. If he decides to go quarterback, whether it's Malik, Pickett, or Ritter at number 6, instead of an offensive lineman, like I say they should get, are you going to be around to teach that kid?
Mm-hmm.
Who is the current quarterback coach that can teach that kid? Not the offensive coordinator, even though the offensive coordinator most times doubles down as the QB coach, but that QB coach has got to give whoever it is one-on-one attention. You're going to be teaching Sam Darnold, who apparently knows it all or whatever, whoever the quarterback's pick, and the backup. That's who you got to teach. But then you need that one-on-one time with whoever the quarterback is. Let's say it's Pickett. Pickett's supposed to be the most NFL QB ready right now. Okay. But it's also said that if he goes to Carolina, Sam Darnold would beat him out for the job. That says a lot.
Yeah, what
he is the best quarterback in this draft.
Yep.
That Sam Darnold,
won't beat him out.
A bust or not that good, would still beat him out.
Then why even pick him? I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand that.
Now, your guy or your former guy, since you abandoned the team, Davis Mills would have been the number 1 overall pick this year had he stayed in college and came out this year. He proved last year with a lackluster team, with a coach that really didn't have a chance, that he could win with that. Just imagine if that kid was put on a team that had playmakers on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he even said that he should have been the first overall pick. That's what he said. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, that's just like look at Mac Jones. Mac Jones had a better team, and he performed better. So just imagine Davis Mills on the Patriots. I think
the coaching,
right,
put him in a position to win. Now the fact that when they played Buffalo, he threw 1 pass or 2 passes in the first game because of the wind, and they ran the ball all game. That's the coach saying, we know you don't have a strong arm. but you're a good decision maker. But because of this win, we can't put you in that position to try to zip a ball in there. We're going to run the rock.
That zip ain't there.
But that's the QB coach / offensive coordinator knowing what he has.
Yep.
And telling the head coach, hey, we got to do what what Rex Ryan did to us a while back, where he just ran the ball because he didn't trust Geno Smith. He didn't trust whoever the quarterback was at the time. He just ran the ball the entire game and made it a 1934 type of football game. That's the problem I see with Matt Rule. Desmond Ridder going to the Lions at the end of the draft, I wholeheartedly agree. Jared Goff isn't that bad. He just does not perform under pressure. He makes decent decisions with the ball, but he does not perform well under pressure. He's gun shy. He's going to get hit. Right? At the end of the season, he found Amon-Ra, who, by the way, is a good sleeper for fantasy football players. We'll talk about that during the season, during the don't shake your head at me. We'll talk about that when we do the NFC North breakdown this summer. A couple months away, matter of fact. But
don't believe in Amon-Ra.
Okay, whatever. He was just singing his praises at the end of the season. Now he's like, don't believe in him. Whatever.
That's right. That was 2021. This is 2022. Different season, different circumstances. No.
Okay. I neither here nor there. The fun part is who's that middle quarterback that's going to get picked in the draft, right? Let's say Pickett does go to Carolina. Well, Pittsburgh, the rumor is they favor Willis anyway. They want somebody more mobile.
Let me, and the thing is this, man, and I'm going to talk about this tomorrow in coaching in rookie quarterbacks. You can either get a rookie quarterback to blossom with the right coaching, or you can destroy him with the wrong coaching. And that plays out. Look what happened to Sam Darnold. He didn't have a really good foundation when he was in New York. He didn't really get coached that well when he was in New York. And now he's got to carry that over to Carolina, where I don't think he's getting really that well of coaching. And that's really and I'm not saying Sam Darnold wouldn't be a better quarterback, but I am saying that because the fact the coaching from one coach to another coach, there's not that much difference in what they did. The head coach, supposedly the quarterback guru in New York before Saleh took over, actually stunk, and it was obvious from the first time he got in the Jet logo that he sucked. Took him 2 to 3 years to realize that before they got rid of him. And Sam Darnold got moved over to another situation where it ain't that much better in Carolina. So when I'm talking, you need to have a very good foundation from a quarterback coach that can teach rookie quarterbacks. You can't teach a quarterback, you're going to ruin them. And you ruin them early and quick.
Yeah, I agree. Let me see how much time we got left on Blog Talk Radio. I'm going to give a big shout out, we got plenty of time. A big shout out to my man, Donald Sparks, who's a avid Dallas Cowboy fan. And he lost a bet and he had to wear this shirt. It's giant on me, but the Washington Commanders, Donald Sparks' new favorite team. Big shouts to Donald Sparks. All right. Because I got some time, I wasn't going to do this. But because tomorrow Jerry's in control of the show, I refuse to be silenced or listen to the bashing. I know he's going to bash two quarterbacks. I know he's just going to bash him. But today, I'm not going to let him bash him on my show. I'm going to set it up. We're going to talk about it for a few minutes. As soon as Jerry gets out of hand, it's over. It's over. The disrespect will not be tolerated from Jerry Taylor at all. However, his opinion will be heard. But soon as he starts getting disrespectful, we'll have some problems. We'll have some problems.
What's the definition of disrespectful?
Anything you say that's negative.
Wait a minute. Yeah, anything I say negative. Let me just preface this by saying,
okay,
the second comment coming out of Turley Felix, what did he say?
Man, I gotta go up. I don't even know.
The second comment, I'm looking at
about how you speak facts.
That's right. My boy Vic is all opinions. Exactly. I speak facts. People. If you thought, look,
I didn't even bring the comments. Can I even bring the subject? This is my show. I'm gonna bring the subject.
You just told me.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Because I didn't talk about the subject yet.
You're trying to control the narrative, but that's okay.
I'm going to control the narrative. I'm going to control the narrative. Here's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna let you do that.
I'm gonna open up the phone lines.
I'm gonna let you do that now.
You're gonna let me. It's my show.
I'm gonna let you do that now because I have full control tomorrow. So
I know.
I don't get out tomorrow. People tune in. Blog Talk Radio blogtalkradio.com/VICHBK. The blog and come on that show. The master plan.
Right there, streaming down.
What he doesn't let me talk about, I will talk about tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So it just so happens that there's a lot of quarterback news going on this week. Not that big of a deal.
Oh, you're downplaying. Okay. Go ahead. I don't care. You can downplay it. I'm not me.
Hey.
I'm gonna blow it up.
You're getting disrespectful
right now.
You're getting disrespectful.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna blow it up. So you better be ready.
Go blow up the bathroom. We don't care about you blowing up the bathroom, old man. Go blow it up.
I'm gonna blow it up.
So
I guarantee it.
Just hold your horses.
Okay.
Just hold your horses, old dude.
No problem.
It's not a big deal.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So there's information or there's rumors, because we don't know, haven't heard from either party.
It ain't a rumor.
Excuse me.
That's a fact.
Hey, old man. Okay, you know what?
Stop
when you hold the show tomorrow, I promise you, I'm going to interrupt you every time. Every 5 words, I'm going to interrupt you.
You got to be for real, man.
I'm going to interrupt you.
You're saying it's not a big deal. It's a big deal. You know, damn right.
It's not a big deal right now.
It's a big deal
to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is all rumor and conjecture. Neither Kyler Murray nor the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm going to talk about that one first, have stated that Kyler's not going to play if he doesn't get a new contract. Now, would this be the first time a player has done this? No. It would not be the first time. Zeke, just to use an example, in his second year, after completing just 2 years, not a third year, but just 2 years, demanded that the Cowboys tear his contract up and give him a new one. He sat out to get a new contract. I didn't hear Jerry calling nobody crybaby then, nothing like that. Got a new contract. He did. Now, Kyler Murray, Boomer. I understand where you are coming from and why you are doing this. Or allegedly claiming that you're not going to play. The reason I understand is because when a player knows the value of themselves, and I said this earlier, the player is the entity. The player is the company. And that player knows how valuable they are to that team. But that team says, well, you know what? You're not up for contract yet. We're not going to do it. But, oh, by the way, we also have the right to franchise you twice. And you either take it or you don't. So we control you up until you're 27, 28 years old and had 6 or 7 years in the league and been beat up because we didn't fix your offensive line. So I understand that. Do I agree with it? No, because I'm a person that says when you sign a contract, you honor that contract. If both parties, you know, OPP, you down with OPP, you know me? There's a line in that says, if both parties are gaming, it's time to start explaining. Both parties aren't gaming in this situation, Kyler. I will tell you, they just gave AJ Green a 1-year contract. I don't like AJ Green that much, but you lost Christian Kirk. Rondale Moore is there. He'll take up the space. Also, B-Hop is there. Hopefully comes back healthier. And that'll be your big name, and you'll take the team farther. But I will tell you this, Kyler. You have not done what Lamar has done. Lamar Jackson, obviously, different situation because his mother is his agent. He's trying to get better. He's not even talking about changing his contract after the 5th year. He's going on his 5th year. And both parties have decided not to talk right now, which is fine. Kyler, you do not need to become Lamar because Lamar is known as just a runner and not a good passer. You have a good arm and you make good decisions with the ball. But your attitude somewhat seems to come out on the field where it shouldn't. All rumored, but it is what it is. Now, let's go to Baker. Baker says, Baker says,
you are so funny. You're taking it the long way around, but you are so funny trying to fuse what I'm trying to say.
No, listen,
yes, you are.
Listen.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to give you an opportunity.
I'm going to
give you an opportunity.
I'm going to tell you tomorrow. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it.
Listen, you're looking for scandal.
I'm not
looking for scandal.
I'm
looking for calm and reason.
I am
so
not going to be nice about it. I tell you that right now.
Okay, be quiet. Be quiet if you're not going to be nice.
You don't got to be nice.
Your mama always taught you. If you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Well, I'm going to say a lot because I want to be nice. I don't want to be nice. I don't want to be nice.
So, Baker. Apparently, allegedly, again, this is from Baker, he was told they weren't going to pursue Deshaun Watson.
Come on, man.
They pursued him. Baker put the email out. I mean, the letter out.
Yeah.
And then
had a hissy fit.
And excuse me. And then
had a hissy fit.
The organization went all in.
Had a hissy fit.
Please.
Because you're having one right now. He had a hissy fit.
So Baker says he expects to be with Well, he was looking at Indianapolis or Seattle. Well, now the front runner might be Carolina. Actually, that kind of makes sense because Donald and Baker are due the same amount of money. So it would just be a matter of trading the players because the money's the same. But Donald would not want to go there and be the third guy on the list. Actually, the fourth guy, because they just signed Joshua Dobbs for a year in Cleveland. So Baker is in a position where his mouth has gotten him in some serious business trouble, meaning he's not a commodity people want. The maturity factor is what folks are saying.
Can't say I didn't tell you so.
Excuse me. However, I will tell you this, Baker. You put yourself in the situation. Donald Sparks, I gave you a shout out. Thank you for letting me wear the shirt. It looks big on me, but you're the man that I got the shirt from. I love you. I love you, Donald Sparks. Anyway, he's a Dallas Cowboy fan too. So him having to wear this, and he is my current profile pick, the great Donald Sparks. Anyway, Baker, take it from someone that speaks his mind regardless of rank, position, or structure. You might be that good, but you have proven that you need a supporting cast to be successful. Here's where I figured that out. I figured out when you were in college at OU, when your top receiver was Mark Andrews, not the outside guys. Mark Andrews made you. I'm going to say it. I believe it. Just like Mark Andrews is making Lamar Jackson. Just like Algie Crumpler made Michael Vick. I'm telling you because I see it. Baker, be quiet. Sit out the year if you have to. Come back to a team and take the starting job. You have that ability. But right now, my wife opens the door. My wife opens the door with the clinging and the dogs go crazy. Right now, Baker, no one even wants you as a third rounder. No one even wants you as a third quarterback. So, Jerry has a name when we play fantasy football. He says, never humble, always talking. He's a New Jersey loudmouth. That's another one of his names. Right now, Baker, that is you. You don't want to be Jerry. Don't be Jerry. Trust me. It ain't that good of a trip. I'm just saying. However, Baker, Kyler, and Deshaun. Oh, yeah. I think I want to talk about Deshaun. I was going to talk about Deshaun. And Lamar. But Lamar is on a different side. If Cleveland plays Deshaun Watson this year, there's going to be a lot of kickback. His trial or court appearances won't start till March of next year. That frees him up unless Roger Goodell suspends him. Now, if Roger Goodell suspends him and then he's clear of any charges, that's a lot of backlash. But Baker in the same room as Watson, not a good look. It's not going to happen. Baker's going to get told to stay home. We'll pay you $18 million to stay home since we can't trade you. But Deshaun Watson, you probably cannot be a pillar of this community until all this blows over. I know you want to be.
Yeah.
I know there are things that are happening behind closed doors that people don't know about, that deals are getting made, because I believe a deal was just made. But that deal, what does that deal mean? Does that deal mean that there's admitting of some guilt? That's what people are going to take it as. And with that current lineup, are you able to take Cleveland where they need to go next year? I don't know. But last topic of Lamar Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, when you really come from nothing, it's no problem to take the millions of dollars you're getting right now, because you didn't have that millions of dollars before. There's no need to complain about it. He does need to improve himself. He also needs to understand that if he asks for a lot of money, which he should get, because the market's been set. The market has been set. That's going to hinder the rest of the team. Cleveland's going to find that out. But Lamar Jackson will get more, or should get more, than Deshaun Watson. Watson has won a playoff game. Lamar has not. Lamar has been the MVP of the league. Watson has not. Watson has thrown for over 4,000 yards. Lamar ain't even coming close. But Lamar, as that quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, you need to understand your role. If they're going to supply you with speed on the outside, you got to make the good decision and get the ball to him. If they're going to give you a tight end, which they did, to eat up the middle, you're using that. But they're giving you a run game. But at what cost? Your defense. Get paid, young man. But in my opinion, out of the four quarterbacks I talked about, I believe you are handling yours the best. There's no bidding war or anything like that. Just get better, young man. Just get better. With that being said, I'll give Jerry 2 minutes.
I don't want the 2 minutes, because I'm going to take a bunch of minutes tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't want the 2 minutes, but I'll take maybe a minute, because what I like what you said, discarding the first three quarterbacks that you talked about. I'm going to talk about them in length tomorrow. But Lamar Jackson is going about it the right way, unlike the first two that you talked about. Unlike Lamar Jackson, he shows a lot more maturity in keeping things out of the media, just like the first two aren't, and showing their immaturity by doing that. Just like Lamar Jackson, he said that we know I want to sign with the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens said, yes, we want to sign Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson said, I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush. Unlike other quarterbacks that have said different.
They're in Cleveland. Yeah, you're right.
So I have to say this. I'm not a big fan of Lamar Jackson, but I got to give it to him that him and his mother collaborating and with a strategy of not pushing the envelope because it may be detrimental to your NFL career by pushing the envelope and seeing what can happen when quarterbacks talk when they shouldn't. Lamar Jackson is going about it the right way. That's what I'll stop it at that.
Thank you. See, that's how we keep everything respectful. That's how we keep everything kosher.
Well, let me put it this way.
I just gave you a good compliment. Don't make me take it back.
Thank you.
Don't make me take it back.
People, I guarantee you, tomorrow, if you listen on blogtalkradio.com/VICHBK, the master plan, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, he's going to take every bit of that back.
Hold on. Why don't you do it on StreamYard? Stream it live.
I'm not going to do it on StreamYard.
Oh, you scared?
I'm never scared. I'm just not going to do it on StreamYard.
You should. That way the people can see the animosity on your face.
What people?
When you talk about
I don't have any animosity. I've been watching football since I was 13 years old.
That's 79 years ago.
13 years old. I'm 68. I'm soon to be 68.
Cinco de Mayo.
Exactly. Soon to be 68. 55 years I've been watching football. 55 years I've been watching quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and the like. I know. I think I know what a good quarterback looks like, and what a good quarterback should sound like.
Okay.
I have no animosity to any player.
So
any player.
No, that's fine. And ladies and gentlemen, now I'm gonna say caveat. To preface that, he was a Jet fan for most of that time. So yeah, he knows what a good quarterback looks like.
I do know what a good quarterback looked like. And for the majority of my fandom from the Jets, we didn't have a lot of good quarterbacks. We only maybe had 2 or 3 at the most, decent quarterbacks or good quarterbacks. Otherwise than that, it was just a quarterback carousel. And I'll admit that. I freely admit that. I keep it 100. Regardless of how much you want to make me look bad, I'll admit it.
I'm not making you look bad. You're telling the truth.
You're trying it. You're trying, but that's okay.
You're telling the truth.
I know what a good quarterback looks like. And I'll explain to you, in my opinion, what a good quarterback looks like. And it has to do with on the field and off the field. Plain and simple.
Okay. Now, if you just leave it at what it looks like and not labeling certain players, we'll have a civil discussion.
I don't care about civil. I don't care about civil discussion. I don't care
you
about,
don't care about civility.
I don't care about it. I don't care about a civil discussion when it comes to a position and players that think they're more than they are. Plain and simple.
Y'all heard it, right? Y'all heard that. Okay. So
I don't have a bias to anybody. I don't hate anybody.
Okay, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
like I see it.
We're about to get off live air. I appreciate everybody for checking in with us and hanging out with us. We love to have fun and talk that trash because Jerry, he's one of a kind. But we'll catch y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, unless I'm out doing something.
60 seconds.
As you hear, 60 seconds. We're about to get out of here. So with that being said, see you tomorrow. Master Plan. You've been listening to